Alrighty, guys. Now Kentucky faces Texas A&M tonight, in what's sure to be a good game. Hopefully a good game for Kentucky. Again, we're loving the way Reed Sheppard's playing. Just love how he takes command of the game. His playing, his shot making. When he shoots a three-pointer, people, there's more than a 50% chance of the three-pointer going in. How many people in college basketball can you say that about? One. It's Reed Sheppard. Dillingham, Reeds, Sheppard, and decent inside play. That is what's going to carry Kentucky through the SEC tournament and, of course, through the tournament that matters, the NCAA tournament. Now, the SEC tournament, would I like to win it? Of course I would. But again, Kentucky always measures our success in the big tournament. So we win the SEC tournament. Let's say we win it. Oh, Kentucky wins it. They're on a roll. They're ready for March Madness. Kentucky gets in there and they get beat. Sweet 16, second week. The season is a failure. That's the way it is with Kentucky basketball. The SEC tournament is what I've always called a warm-up tournament. That's what I've always called it. I would like to win it, of course, but again, it's not the end of the world if we don't win it. But we are the hottest team in the country right now. I would say the hottest team in the SEC is the Kentucky Wildcats. We should have a good chance of winning this. We face Texas A&M tonight at 7, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how this team competes against not a horrible team, but a team we should beat. Are we going to play down to them, or are we going to do what we can do? I'm not saying Texas A&M is a horrible team. They're on the bubble from what I have read. They're on the bubble, verge of getting in the tournament. So they're not a horrible team. But we should be able to beat them 15 to 20 points. I mean, that's what it should be. We should not go into this game and struggle to beat this team. We should not go in there and survive and win by 2 or 3 points. This should be a pretty easy win for Kentucky. It should be, like North Carolina did yesterday. It should be that kind of game. But Duke got beat. And I don't know what people. I don't really know how we can get a 2 seed. I know people are saying if we can win the SEC tournament, we should get a 2 seed. But in the past, has that really helped Kentucky? Seems like it doesn't help anybody really. I've seen it before. To me, if you get to the tournament, get to the main, get the day before, pretty much. But I mean, that makes more of an impact than what I'm saying. It seems like they have their picks already picked because the SEC tournament is on a Sunday, the final game, and it seems like they've already have their picks who they're going to put out before the tournament even ends, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm saying is people will say, Kentucky, if we win the SEC tournament, we should be a 2 seed. And then Kentucky will wind up being a 3 seed, and they'll be like, well, winning the SEC tournament didn't help. Because it seems like they already have their teams picked that day before, if that makes sense. So flaming out would be bad for Kentucky, but as long as Kentucky gets to the championship, they have a chance for a 2 seed, if that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I've seen it in the past. You've seen it in the past if you've been a Kentucky fan. We've seen it with other teams, not just Kentucky, win the SEC tournament, and they get a lower seed than you expect in the big tournament. So that's the way I see it. That's the best way I can explain it in hillbilly language. Or redneck language, whatever you want to call me. But that's the way I see it. So Kentucky tonight, who's going to show up? Which team is going to show up? The team that beat Tennessee easily. I know that game looked closer than what it was, but Kentucky easily won that game. It looked closer than what it was, though. But we had that game sold up easily, but it did look closer than what it was. But we'll see what happens. We got some games coming up today. This is being posted at 9 o'clock in the morning, so if anybody gets upset, then this video's dated. It's dated a few hours. But there you have it. I'll pick Kentucky to win tonight. We'll say 88. Oh, let's just say 125. Kentucky wins 125 to 90. There we go. We'll just do that. Let's just go for the high end. So Kentucky scores 125 points. Texas A&M scores 90. Texas A&M will shoot 50% from the floor, 40% from three, but Kentucky will shoot 60% from the floor and 70% from the three, and we'll win the game. There we go. That's my prediction. So that's what's going to happen tonight. So enjoy it, people. All these games are on. It's a good time to be a college basketball fan right now. It's not just the SEC. Other conferences are on there. Watched Duke get upset last night. And that's pretty much it. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Go Big Blue. Yeah.